What's up, everybody? It's Mike, and today I got a question from my friend Mayank. He's actually the guy that does the thumbnails for this channel, so if you like him, give this video a thumb up. Anyway, he was asking me about common chart patterns that keep on popping up, and one of the common chart patterns that I've seen pop up a lot very recently in this market, and it's a factor of the market that we're in, is this pattern called the power play. Now, this is a pattern that Mark Minervini, who's also been on this channel, identified. And the pattern starts like this. You get this big run up, heavy volume, run up for about 6 to 8 weeks, and the stock moves about 100% in that real short period of time. Then from there, it consolidates really for just like a week or two, possibly even 3, relatively tight, maybe like 20% max, right? Like you could get a much tighter consolidation than that, but 20% maximum. And I've been seeing these pop up more and more frequently, and I want to walk you through a recent trade and how it worked out. All right, so here's our example. The ticker symbol is GSX. And by the way, this is actually an idea that I got so much crap for on social media. It's insane, right? Like people saying things like, "Oh, well, you support companies that commit fraud," right? Well, the actual fraud press releases came out right around here, right towards the end of May. And from there, price proceeded to run up 100%. And from that time, about 200%, right? The low over here, 26 and change, to the high, 80 and change, 90. 92 was the ultimate high so far. So this is why I try to let the market inform me what the real story is. Anyway, so this trade was consolidating for a period of time, and you could first take a look at these volume bars down here, right? So you're consolidating sideways for a period of time between February 24th and June 16th, when it finally does break out, right? So you're chopping around sideways for about 4 months, but look at the big volume that's coming into this trade, this stock. That is your first sign of the potential power play. Those big volume bars. And then when you get this run up in just, what was that, from May to June, only about a month, right? 100% move. The low was 27.06. Then over here, when it's consolidating again, tightening up, and that's a real tight consolidation, the high was 59. So about 100% move. Great. Then you would come over here and say, well, if it breaks out above this high, right, then I want to get into that trade. And I want to exit that trade if it falls below this most recent support right there. And the reason why is because, well, it did have this giant run already. Do all patterns work? No, of course not. That's what makes all this so much fun. But if that support level were to fail, where's the next support level, right? Like it's a long distance away. So I'd want to cut my loss as quickly as possible. Generally, I like to have much stronger support levels than just what we have here, which would be a 5 EMA and a 10 EMA and some daily and weekly price structure. But I just made a video about this, so go back and watch that video too. But in this case, I assessed everything else that was going on with this trade. It's like, you know what? Like everything else outweighs the mediocre support. Mediocre is a strong word. Like it's okay. Like it's not great, but it's okay. The target that I had was about $100 on this, right? Like expecting about a double from this, and that gave me a roughly a 6-to-1 reward to risk on this trade, right? So that is outstanding. For the power play, it starts to break out, and volume was kind of mediocre when it first broke out, right? Like on the breakout, the volume was just average, right? And then the next day comes within about, well, what was it? My stop loss was 53.90. I always like to put my stop loss below the actual price structure, and my stop loss on this one would have been at 53.90. On this day, price comes down to 54.29, right? So just a few cents of my stop loss getting triggered. Thankfully, adhere to the plan, and then from there proceeded to run what ultimately was a little over 50% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading days. That's insane, and that shows the power of the power play. And of course, I didn't just hold and sell exactly at that spot. I like to have multiple ways to exit trades. I'll make a separate video on selling strategies as well. Let me know if that's something that you're interested in. Comment below, and the more comments that I get about requesting certain videos, those are the ones that I want to focus on as well. And I'll shout you out in the video. But yeah, I'm selling into strength along the way, and I ended up selling maybe about half my position, more than half the position by the time I was up here, and then the last bit of it was sold when we were getting closes below the 5 and the 10 EMAs, and that's basically it. That's the power play, and that's what you want to see in it. You want to see the run up in volume, you want to see volume ahead of the breakout, right? It has the high volume coming in, consolidates. You want to see that tight consolidation on relatively low volume. And then it might take some time for volume to come in, right? Like volume didn't come back into this trade until right over here, right? So don't get scared out if you don't get volume on the breakout immediately. Sometimes it comes a little bit later. So anyway, I hope that you found all this helpful. If you did, like the video, click the button down below, leave us a comment, and let me know what else you would like to see videos on. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take care, much love, peace out.